I thought Milta was there. Today is a big pleasure for all of us to receive the delegation of Haiti Support Project. That has been 10 years since we've been collaborating. We take this opportunity to say a big thank you to all of you.
Merci parce que vous faites nos cadeaux, si grâce dans ça que vous gagnez.
Thank you because you are giving us part of what you have.
C'est pas parce que vous gagnez trop qui fait, vous sacrifiez pour vous si grâce dans ça que vous.
It's not because you have too much that you are giving. It's because you are sacrificing part of you for us.
Je dis non tout le monde ça. Non tout le monde ça. Il y en a qui recevoir matériel scolaire. Il y en a qui nous supporter dans la scolarité, nous disons merci à nos tous parents.
In the name of those children to whom you have financed the school supplies and sometimes full scholarship for them, in the name of their parents and them, we say thank you to you.
Non monde qui a chance pour des jeunes petits moyens pour prêter pour de faire ces activités, nous disons tout merci.
In the name of the people who have received money from the funds that Haiti Support Project has put for development, as loans for development, they say thank you.
Nous profitons de l'occasion pour dire honneur et mérite à Christophe qui a fait nous dans ça. Dans ça qui pour tout le monde entier, c'est un site qui peut visiter à travers le monde.
And we take this opportunity to talk about our King, who has left us something that is so important, and it's one of the sites that is the most visited.
Et c'est dans ces circonstances nous déjà annoncé, nous déjà invité nous pour nous participer en 2020. 200 ans côté nous pour célébrer grandiosement la mort de Christophe.
So we are already inviting you to come in 2020 to celebrate the 200 years of the death of King Henri Christophe.
Et c'est dans ces circonstances que nous allons jouer en musique, Somni au mort, et après ça, mon Daniel va déposer le jet de fleurs.
So this is why we are going to play a music in honor of the dead, and Mr. Daniels can put his offering at the bottom of the statue of Mr. Henri Christophe, King of Haiti.
Merci, merci, bon Dieu béni nous.
Thank you, and God bless you.
Vai au face. Là au bon. Là est bon. Là.
almost there.
Almost done. Go way down, you get your diploma. Good ride. Never. This is a challenge.
I'm done.
This is okay. This is Carpathian.
Want to do video? Want to put on video?
Yeah, I've got video. I'm doing video.
Yeah.
I'm going to stand on the top there so that we can talk about what we are seeing. So I need you to come on up.
Wow. It's amazing how they built these. They're strong.
In it. So this is where they put everything they can find, nails, nuts, whatever it is. When they shoot it, it blows up like a bomb, and bingo, everything goes out. The cannon bullets are in the middle, they are smaller, and they are totally heavy. It's to break walls with. The others are to fight populations coming in, like military forces. Now this is the world's largest collection of gun bullets. Cannonballs, because in other countries they took them and melted them to make new arms. In Haiti we didn't have to, so they are here. And this is a collection. The Citadel is a museum. Now in front of you here is another fort that is called Ramier. And the Ramier fort was to stop the troops from coming on the back of the Citadel. And the Citadel had cannons shooting at Ramier if ever they got it. And Ramier could shoot at the Citadel if ever the foreign armies would get it. This is the strategy. Now on the right, as I told you, is a powder room for, it's a house for powder rooms. Cannon powder rooms, not the ones that we put on our face. Okay, so if we're ready, make sure that we go in there because there are some pieces that are worth looking at.
This is. I see. Since you were here, this is. They're getting ready. I'm the president's getting ready. Yeah. Those people with discipline on there.
At the bottom of those triangles that you see there are the arches that we went through. Now on top, this is how it is. And why it is like this is to collect water. Rainwater is collected and it goes down to the cisterns that are under the Citadel. So there should be enough to hold troops of about 5,000 to 6,000 people here.
Yeah, say it again, Lionel, because people was talking.
People talking about 15,000 troops. There is no way that 15,000 people would be trooped here. And also the fact that there were only 500,000 slaves and other people that was fighting on their side. So from 500,000, 15,000 here, that's already very, very much.
Yeah, but even 5,000 in a place like this is
Yes, but they calculated and it's possible. But no more.
Was it all military people, or was there pedestrians, or was there...
I don't know. I can't tell you because
This is the Haitians defeating the Spanish, defeating the English, and defeating the French, and taking their armory and converting it for themselves.
absolutely.
Now, how does the French feel now that Haiti is in possession of these items?
They would love to have them at their place.
I would imagine so.
So we asked them to come here as tourists.
Ours now.
These are worth millions of dollars. But we are looking to find a way to get them to pay us back.
To leverage this. Yeah. Right, exactly.
Unfortunately, we have to go through the same door we came in.
Yeah, I just can't enjoy it because I'm afraid of
Okay, as you can notice, we have railing around the Citadel right now. And this is a request from Royal Caribbean to bring the tourists here. We've put the rails up for over 2 years, and they're still not taking the decision to send the people up here, so it's hurting us. Write to them. Get all your friends to write to them. Go on their site. Tell them that they're prejudiced. Do anything you want. Kick their butts, please. That's number one. Do the same thing for American Airlines. Tell them how bad the service is. Keep on at it because they're not respecting us.
Well, we now have a vice president for external affairs in New York. He's a friend of ours, so we're going to kick some boot.
Now you tell me, brother. Okay, so right now you have a fantastic view of the National Historical Park of Haiti. That we are very, very proud of. This park is recognized as a World Heritage and is part of the UNESCO's World Heritage List. It's extremely important for us. But at the same time, people are afraid to come to Haiti because, in fact, people are afraid because everybody has told them forever that black people are violent. We have to show them different. Thank you. So, this is the military strategy. This is Dessalines' strategy. By building forts everywhere, pulling the armies that would attack us towards the mountain, where we had the advantage. They have the advantage on the sea. We have the advantage on the land. So, forts were built. If you look at this mountain here, you'll see on the left of the mountain there is one fort. On the other side there is one fort. If you want to go, that's fine, but we'll need 3 days. And all of this is explained on those tablets. And these tablets were put on by Fondestar, our foundation. Because it is important to tell the information. You can take a picture and read it when you go home.
I see a certain brand here. Is this called branding, my friend? Is this branding?
That's called branding.
That's why we want you to be the beneficiary. See, that's the issue here. Man, did all this work, and then somebody else comes in and they grab it.
Last minute.
This is our heritage. It tells us, and at the same time, the Chinese really turned me upside down when they said something that is very true. Haiti got its independence first. We fought for it, and we have been punished and put on an embargo for a very long time. Selfies, eh?
You got brave people to come up there too. and do the work.
You can take the picture in English. It's in English, in Creole, in French, and in Spanish.
People live there? They live in the mountains.
It is.
Yeah, the people nation. Where's our photographer? Oh. Wow. You got this? Oh my God.
They discover anything.
1492, on his first trip.
It's amazing how he's still living alive. See the parade?
He never put foot on the United States.
But everyone knows that he didn't come there. Yeah.
But he did not, definitely did not discover America. Because, in fact, the ones that we call the Indians, this is that on their own. That's right. That's the water right there. Now, when they saw a ship coming in, they would point to these forts and send them Morse signals. Daytime, it would be with something that is shiny, that they send the messages, and at night, it would be a fire that they open and close. Okay? So, believe it or not, if a ship hit the port of Cape Haitian, within 20 minutes, Port-au-Prince would know. Because they would send it from port to port to port on 27 ports, and it would reach there as quickly as. Yes! Thank you for putting in the good word.
I put a good word. Your job is safe this week. You're good.
Because this is the gentleman who first invited us to come to Haiti for the very first time. And we have been longtime friends and comrades ever since. We've been involved in different projects. And on the way back, we'll show you where we came the first time, because there was no Roy Christophe Hotel. There was no, we stayed in the compound, and there was a very small compound. But he is one of the great teachers of peasants and workers throughout, not only the country, but throughout the world. And so his vision was to go from what you will see over there to this great compound, where people are educated and trained from all over the country, but all over the world. So what he's going to do is he's going to take the opportunity, share a few words with us, but he will also then give us a little walk and talk and sort of show you some of the work that gets done here. So I don't know, Lionel, do you have, where's Lionel? You have to translate? Where's Lionel? Translator. Okay. Come on.
Okay. I can say in English, welcome. Welcome to Papay. Welcome to Haiti. Welcome to MPP. One day News is our friend for a very long time. And we remember the first time, the first group came here in the center. I want to thank you to remember the first visit here in Papay, and you come back for the after 20 years to visit us. Thanks a lot for your visit. Alors, on va commencer gratuit.
Yes, sir.
Donc, bon, MPP, c'est une organisation qui a commencé en 1973.
MPP is an organization that started in 1973.
Et nous, Kounyela, nous avons 42 ans.
So we have 43 years of existence.
Et l'hypothèse dans le mouvement paysan Papay, parce que le premier groupe là prend naissance dans Papay.
It is called the Peasant movement of Papay because it took its birthplace is right here.
Donc, parce que nous avons commencé en 1973 avec un mouvement que le mouvement quelques temps avec 18 membres.
So we started in 1973 with a group with 18 members.
Et aujourd'hui, nous avons 4000 groupements.
We have 4,000 groups.
Et nous gagnons 60 000 membres.
And 70,000 members.
Donc nous sommes une organisation qui travaille, nous avons 3, et c'est une organisation, mais nous avons 3 secteurs. Nous gagnons une section pour Timoun avec jeunes, qui sont les jeunes travailleurs paysans.
We have an organization with 3 sectors. One working with the children,
and youth people. Et jeunes travailleurs paysans. Jeunes travailleurs paysans.
Young peasant workers.
Depuis un petit monde qui a 5 ans, il est capable.
As long as you are 5 years old, you can be a member.
Donc, et ça c'est le mouvement jeune.
That's the young movement.
Et nous gagnons le mouvement femmes MPP.
And we also have the movement for the women of MPP.
Donc là, nous avons commencé par des femmes du tout.
When we started, there were no women whatsoever.
Et c'est à partir de 1980 nous avons commencé à un groupement femmes.
It's as of 1980 we started having groups of
Et
women.
aujourd'hui, nous gagnons à peu près 20 000 femmes.
And today we have about 20,000 ladies.
Et nos objectifs.
And our objective,
les nous avons 50 ans pour
when we reach 50 years old,
et 55 ans.
we'll have 50-50 men.
Mais déjà dans MPP, et nous avons décidé pour valoriser la participation femmes. Et nous sommes contents pour voir les jeunes filles dans l'université. Et aujourd'hui, c'est une femme qui est directrice MPP, moi-même, moi démissionné comme directeur depuis avril.
So the thing is, we always try to push the women to send them to university and all. And today it is a woman who is the head of this institution. I gave my resignation since April.
Et centre ça, c'est un centre de formation, un centre national
It's a
de
national
formation.
center of training here.
Donc c'est un centre pour nous une formation en organisation et en agroécologie.
This is a center where we teach them about organization and also
agroécologie.
agroecology.
Donc, parce que nous avons cherché à développer l'agriculture paysanne.
So we need to, because we're looking to develop the peasant agriculture.
Et là, nous tout le temps d'information, là, nous avons un groupe 40 jeunes qui avait étudié pour 150 jours, qui avait étudié agroécologie.
So we all have them in training, because right now we have a group that is staying here for 150 days of studying.
Ils viennent chaque mois pour 15 jours.
They come each month for 15 days.
Et nous formons le monde pour tout Haïti.
And we managed to give that technology for the whole country.
Donc, MBP nous membres la Via Campesina International.
So we are members of La Via Campesina International.
Et que moi-même, c'est John dirigeant. In this block, clay block, we put only a 10% of cement.
Don't I was
10%.
translating it in
And
French.
we put 80% of clay, 10% of cement, and 10% of sab.
Oh, sand.
Sand.
Gravel.
Yes, yes. And to build the block. And now we have a 30 technician who can not only produce the block, but to build houses with this kind of block. Yes. And also we begin with a kind of system. It's ferro cement system, and you can take water from the houses to put in system, and we can produce fish in the system. We have a lot of fish. Perhaps you eat fish from the system.
Yeah, there's water in here. It looks like it has algae and green stuff.
But because we have now, with the climate change, some years we have only 3 or 4 months of
Rainfall?
Yes, and 8 months without any rain. And if we are helping the families to have system. We have some system with a 15,000 of liters. You can see the model here. Yes, we can put the rain here, and we have the system. This one is a big one, but for the families, a small one. And the family can have about 15,000 liters for the dry season to produce a vegetable. This is a machine to make wells. And this is the name of the center. Lakai is home. When you are here, you are at home. Lakai. But this is a national training center for peasants. Photos for the movement and to manage the website of the NBB. We have a team working here.
years ago, you had the radio, Lakai?
The radio is there. This is the
Remember we used to bring remember we used to bring the radios on.
Yes.
I have a guy, he's a Dominican, so he worked at the radio shop. He says, "Do you still bring those radios to Haiti?" We used to bring about 10 radios every time we come.
This is the kind of material we use to produce system. This one and that one. Two materials, and with cement and sand, we build the system. And we are working on a kind of garden, a yard garden, a yard house garden, in Creole, jardin précaire, a garden near the house to produce vegetables for the families. And you are using tires, used tires. We turn them, and we organize seminars to train people around Haiti to use the technique.
She is very much into this lady right here. She does. Send her back. Okay.
We could probably use some more tires.
They probably have some.
Here we produce
Hold on a minute.
compost. What's the name? I forgot the name.
Redworms.
Redworms, yes. We produce compost with redworms, and we import them because we don't have them in Haiti. And we produce compost here, and we use the compost to produce vegetables. This is the moringa plant. Yes, this is moringa. And now we have a program. We have a program to plant and transform moringa. We help the families, every family, to have some moringa trees around the house, to use it to eat every day. But also we have a program to dry moringa and to produce a powder. And we don't have right now, and we sell them in the market. And we have a project, I can say, with your group to produce, because we can do a lot of things with moringa, not only to eat, but also for the health program. And now in the United States, in the world, we can find a big market to sell moringa produce. And now we are planting a lot of moringa. And we have a shop here to transform moringa. It is a program for the future.
do over these many 20 years is in fact to do as what Don Rojas said. And that is to repay a debt that is owed to this great republic. And we have taken that seriously. I was remarking that, and let me just say quickly that we were first invited here by Shivanja Baptiste. I won't go through all the history of that, but suffice it to say that I met him through the organization I was working with, the Center for Constitutional Rights, where I served as executive director. And we wanted him to be connected to black people, even in the States, because there's a long history of people coming from various places, including Africa, and being isolated from their own people. And so we met, and we took him to the State of the Black World Conference in 1994, where he met leaders from all over the United States. And at that occasion, he invited us to come to Haiti. And it was a glorious experience. And we deliberately wanted to connect black people to black people, not because we have any objection to Europeans or white. That's not the point. The point is we wanted, from a psychocultural point of view, to let the people of Haiti know that there are people in the United States of African descent, black people, who care about the first black republic. Yeah. We wanted that to be a part of a psychological understanding of who we are as a people. And so that's where it all began. But as it began, as it unfolded, we supported lots of different projects. We supported the under Miles Charlemagne, who was an interesting person in and of itself. We brought him to the United States for a tour and all that. We supported the public schools here in a modest way, because we're not a big organization. We supported the Grand Dance Coalition in the South, and we supported Siobhan and many of the projects he was working with. But ultimately, we landed in the North for a reason. And that is not to the detriment to or any other section of the country, but we had a vision that one day La Citadel would become the face of tourism and the face, really, the symbol of Haiti, because this great monument is one of the greatest monuments in the world, one of the greatest symbols of freedom and democracy and self-determination in the world. And so we wanted people to have a grasp, particularly African Americans, to come and make a pilgrimage to the Citadel. And those of you who have gone have experienced this almost as a life-altering experience, that black people, black minds could conceive of such an incredible fortress as a part of a strategy to dare the adversaries to come again. And that it was constructed by black hands, up in the air, like, I don't know how many miles, 3-4 miles in the air. An absolutely incredible feat, which rivals the pyramids. It rivals, an experience at Glory Island and some of these other. It is one of the great experiences in the world. So our vision was and is to sink our roots there, so that we would encourage, particularly African Americans and other free friends of Haiti, to come. But in doing so, working with our dear friend Lionel Pressoir, who's somewhere in the room. Where's Lionel? He's here somewhere about it. Lionel Pressoir, who's a dear friend. Because when you want to do work internationally anywhere, you have to have a reliable partner, somebody you can trust, that you know will account for the money and will account for the work that you're doing. And so Lionel is a key partner, but also the people on the ground, the average, ordinary people like you and I, who have a vision of trying to take below and make it into what we then call a model city. A place that has excellent education, healthcare, all of the different infrastructure that is required. But at the end of the day, also a place where cultural, historical tourism, and I use my words advisedly, that Haiti's greatest asset is not necessarily where it has so much oil under the ground, or gold under the ground, all those things. They may have all of that. But its greatest asset to the black world is its history and its culture. Because never, ever in the history of humankind did an enslaved people overthrow their slave masters and create an independent. Never in history was that ever accomplished. Never. And so the advocacy is not just sentimental. And the other thing that many of you have experienced, and I've experienced over and over again, and I experienced it the very first time, is the Haitian people. The Haitian people. We went to the close today, and there was one phrase from Toussaint. And he said, "You may," I'm paraphrasing, he said, you may get rid of me." He said, "But you must understand that the roots are me." And I remember a friend, Patrick Ali, saying one time, a lot of different problems were coming in. He said, "We will never get to the bottom of Haitian people. Never." There's that spirit of the Haitian period. The Haitian people are so resilient, so strong, so creative. And so one of the things we've said in some of our work as well is that it's really not the Haitian people that are the obstacle to development. It is really, in many respects, getting the political class together to come and view itself as putting Haiti first, as a key proposition. And so we've also kind of had friends, we've talked about some of those things as well. But we're proud that after 20 years, we're still fighting, we're still attempting to take this vision of the model city, where, and we've had to challenge the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line along the way, by the way. There was a time when you go on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line and you landed at a place called Lavity and it said Hispaniola. It did not let people know you were in Haiti. Well, we fought with them about that because we had an experience several years ago in which we wanted to go to the Citadel. And they blocked us. They blocked us with people like Sonia Sanchez and Herb Boyd. Some of you African Americans will know who I'm talking about. And Danielle, you will know because you followed this as well. And I wrote an article. People talk about an article. I wrote an article called "Royal Caribbean Maintains Neo-Colonial Enclave in Haiti." And we shouted to civil rights, human rights leaders all over the country. And we met with Royal Caribbean. Richard Fain is the chief executive officer there. And we confronted him to say, "How dare you block black people? We had our own arrangements. We didn't need your help. We alerted you that we were coming. And then your harbor chief stops us from entering into the country." And that really began to forge a much more positive relationship with Royal Caribbean. Because among other things, one of the friends who could not be here tonight, we've been talking to her by phone. She's off somewhere tomorrow because she's always is a former minister of tourism. In that meeting, we met Maurice Cadet Kadar. That day, we met her in that meeting. And they brought her in, and she came in, and who are you? I know she came in, because this is the corporate entity, the Royal Caribbean, and she has a major role. So I think she came in ready to, but she heard what we said. And this is what's good about black people. So when we stepped out in the room, she came to us, she says, "We need to talk." We created a relationship right there, but she knew that we were sincere. She knew that what we were talking about was correct. And so we've had a relationship with Royal Caribbean Cruise Line. But one of the things we've also been saying to them is that you must come to a point in your corporate history in which you will unleash the thousands of people who come to Lavity. You must help create a path to the Citadel. You must create a path to the Citadel. And in creating that path, that will help to nurture and to help grow the economy of this little town, called Beloved. So again, we have been on this course. We will continue to be on this course, this path. And we hope that as we bring more and more people, and we've got many, many more, and as you go back as ambassadors to tell the story, which is a part of what we've tried to do. We are proud that we have literally educated hundreds of thousands of African Americans about Haiti. So much so that we can sometimes get branded as if that's the only thing we do. I remember a conversation with Sheila Jackson Lee, one of my great congresswomen. We were working on an issue with the Cherokee Indians. There are black Indians in the Cherokee tribe. And I was talking about that, and she was shocked. She said, "I thought you only worked on Haiti." Because that's the kind of brand that we have in the United States. People know that the Haiti Support Project works on Haiti. By the way, I wanted to also say to Sister Marissa, too, that she did not mention a part of that $300,000 that we raised is because her church stepped in the plate as one of the organizations to help raise money for Haiti. Because we were a trusted organization. People knew us, they knew that we would be honest and accountable. So we want to thank you too, because
something about your experience in Haiti.
Oh, the Citadel was the absolute ultimate. It is an absolute must for any and everyone who loves freedom and self-determination is to make that pilgrimage to the Citadel, Cap Haitian, It just opened my eyes. I mean, I knew about it, but to actually be there and experience it, it's just phenomenal. Thanks for the opportunity.
I truly enjoyed going to the Citadel, experiencing something that Black people created for Black people to protect ourselves against, all types of white supremacy, against colonialism. I've never been to any type of structure, any type of, institution like that. So coming to Haiti, experiencing that was great for a Black American woman like me to see.
What are you going to tell your colleagues when you go back to the temple?
Well,
what message are you going to take with them?
I'm going to tell them that they need to get there. They need to get here to Haiti. They need to travel. They need to start going to Black nations, Black and brown nations. They need to focus their work. A lot of them are journalism students, education students. They need to focus their work on the Black nation, helping us, to prosper, actually rising up, not just integrating into the society, actually making our own way into the world. So that's what I'm going to bring back to them, tell them, my experiences, what I experienced here in Haiti.